Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our English Conversation podcast. I'm Emily.
And I'm Mark. It's so nice to have you here again. Thank you for joining us.
Wherever you are right now, maybe sitting at home, walking outside, or even drinking a cup of coffee, we're happy you're with us.
Especially if you're drinking coffee, because today's topic is perfect for that.
That's right. Today, we're talking about something small, but very real. Ordering at a cafe.
A simple thing, right? But it's also one of the best ways to practice real English in daily life.
Exactly. It's not just about coffee. It's about connection. The way you talk, the words you use, even your smile, they all matter.
So let's imagine this. It's a sunny morning. You walk into a small cafe. The smell of fresh coffee fills the air. What's the first thing you say?
I'd say, "Hi, good morning. Can I have a latte, please?" And then maybe smile.
Perfect. Simple, friendly, and polite. That's all you need.
What about you, Mark? What's your go-to order?
Oh, I'm a cappuccino person, always. I love that bit of foam on top.
I knew it. You always look like someone who enjoys strong coffee.
I do. I need it to wake up. Without it, I'm basically a sleepy bear.
That's a funny image. Mark the sleepy bear before coffee.
You know, the first time I ordered coffee in another country, I was nervous. I didn't want to say something wrong.
Oh, really? What happened?
Well, I was in Italy. I wanted a cappuccino, but I accidentally said cappuccino with a strange sound at the end. The barista smiled kindly and corrected me.
That's cute. And you learned something from it.
Yeah, I did. It reminded me that people are usually kind. They don't expect perfect English, just friendly energy.
I love that. Communication is not about perfection. It's about connection.
So, Emily, do you remember your first time ordering coffee in English?
Oh, yes. I was a student in London. I went into this small cafe near my school. My heart was racing because I didn't want to sound silly.
I know that feeling.
I looked at the menu, and everything sounded fancy, like flat white, macchiato, Americano. I had no idea what to choose.
So, what did you do?
I just said, "One coffee, please." The barista smiled and asked, "Black or with milk?" I froze. I didn't know the difference then.
That's such a classic story.
But after that, I started learning small cafe words, like to go, for here, latte, foam, shot, syrup.
And now you sound like a professional barista.
Well, maybe just a professional coffee drinker.
You know, cafes are interesting because they're like small classrooms for life.
What do you mean?
You can practice greetings, polite requests, and even small talk, all in one short moment.
That's so true. And you can use phrases like, "Could I have?" "Can I get?" Or "I'd like."
Yes, and don't forget please and thank you. They go a long way.
You know, sometimes a simple "thank you" with a smile can brighten someone's morning. Maybe even more than coffee.
That's deep, Emily. Coffee for the heart.
So, Mark, what's your favorite part about cafes?
I'd say the atmosphere. The sound of cups, soft music, people chatting. It's peaceful, but alive.
Yes, exactly. I love when you can sit by the window, watch the street, and feel part of the world.
Do you go to cafes alone or with friends?
Both. Sometimes alone when I want to read or write, other times with friends for long talks and laughter.
I'm the same. Some of my favorite memories happened at cafes, not because of the coffee, but the company.
I think that's why people love them. It's not about caffeine, it's about moments.
Do you ever try new drinks or do you always order the same thing?
Oh, I'm usually loyal to my latte, but sometimes when I'm feeling brave, I try something new, like iced matcha or caramel macchiato.
Wow, adventurous. I tried matcha once. I looked at the green color and thought, is this tea or a science experiment?
Oh, Mark, it's healthy. You should give it another chance.
Maybe, but I like the smell of roasted beans too much.
You know, another nice thing about cafes is how they can feel like a pause in your day.
A pause, that's a beautiful word for it.
Yeah, like a small break where life slows down for a few minutes.
That's true. Sometimes when I sit there with my coffee, I forget about everything else for a while.
It's peaceful. You can just watch, breathe, and enjoy being there.
And somehow, even if you're alone, you don't feel lonely.
Exactly. The sound of cups, the quiet music, it feels like company.
Do you ever talk to strangers at cafes?
Sometimes, especially if they're sitting close and we both smile.
I once made a friend just by saying, "Excuse me, is this seat taken?"
That's how many good stories begin.
True. It's a reminder that small talk can open big doors.
I like that. Every hello can be the start of a story.
What about the smell of coffee? Do you like that part too?
Oh, yes, it's my favorite. It feels warm and familiar, like home.
Yeah, there's something about that smell. It wakes you up, but also calms you down.
That's exactly how cafes feel to me. Awake, but calm.
You know, this topic sounds simple, but it's full of emotion.
It is, because ordering coffee isn't just about words. It's about the small ways we connect with the world.
Beautifully said, Emily.
Thank you. And for our listeners, maybe you can imagine yourself at a cafe right now. The music, the smell, the sound of milk steaming.
And picture yourself saying those simple words. Hi, can I have a coffee, please?
Simple words, but full of life.
That's how real English works. Little moments that feel big.
Exactly. And we'll talk more about those moments in the next part, when ordering becomes a fun experience full of choices, mistakes, and laughter.
Yes, because ordering coffee isn't always easy. Sometimes it's a small adventure.
Especially when you don't know what half the drinks mean.
Oh, yes, that's coming next. So don't go anywhere, refill your cup, and join us in part 2.
See you soon, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone. Hope you've still got a warm drink in your hand because we're back at the cafe.
Yes! I actually made a fresh cup before we started. The smell makes me happy.
You and your coffee rituals.
Hey, coffee is serious business.
I can tell. So, in the last part, we talked about ordering your drink. But you know what's interesting? The little choices you have to make after that.
Oh, yes. Like for here or to go. That one always makes me think for a second.
Same. For here means you'll drink it inside, and to go means you'll take it away. But somehow I always pause like it's the hardest question in the world.
Me too, especially when I plan to take it away, but then I see a nice empty table by the window.
Right? Suddenly you're like, maybe just 5 minutes here. And then you stay for an hour.
Cafes are full of little moments like that. You go in with one plan, but the atmosphere changes your mind.
Exactly. It's almost like the cafe decides for you.
True. So, Mark, what's your usual answer? For here or to go?
Hmm. Weekdays to go. Weekends for here.
Oh, that's a good system.
Yeah, during the week, I rush to work with my cup like I'm in a movie. On weekends, I slow down and watch the world move instead.
I love that image. You walking with your coffee, city waking up around you.
It's my favorite part of the day. Just me, the smell of coffee, and the morning air.
The first time I heard to go, I didn't understand it.
Really?
Yeah, I thought the barista was saying to go. I was like, no, just one, thank you.
Oh no, that's adorable.
I didn't realize they meant takeaway. After that, I learned quickly.
It's those little mix ups that teach us the most.
Yes, and they make us laugh later. That's part of the fun of learning a language.
Have you ever ordered something by mistake?
Oh, yes. One time I wanted a hot chocolate, but I said chocolate latte.
Oh no, what did you get?
Something strange. It was coffee and chocolate. I drank it anyway, but my heart was racing for 2 hours.
A double power drink.
Yeah, not a good idea at 9 p.m.
I once ordered a caramel latte, but I didn't realize they added syrup. It was so sweet, I couldn't finish it.
That's the opposite problem. Too sweet instead of too strong.
But it's funny, those mistakes help us remember the words better.
That's true. You never forget something you learned by accident.
So, do you have a favorite cafe memory?
Hmm. Yes. There was a rainy afternoon in Seoul. I was studying, and the barista brought me a slice of cake on the house.
Aw, that's so kind.
He said, "You look tired. This will help." And it did. It wasn't about the cake, it was about kindness.
That's beautiful. Sometimes the best part of a cafe is the people who work there.
Yes, baristas are like quiet artists. They make something small that changes your whole day.
I once met a barista who drew tiny hearts in the foam, every cup a different design.
Oh, that's lovely. Did you say thank you?
Of course I did. I even took a photo. It made my day feel special for no reason at all.
That's what I love about cafes. Small kindness, big smiles.
Speaking of kindness, have you ever bought coffee for someone else, like a stranger or friend?
I did once. I saw a student looking tired and stressed. She was searching for coins in her bag. So I said, "It's okay. I got it."
That's such a kind thing to do, Emily.
She looked surprised, but her face softened. Sometimes a small gesture can change a person's whole day.
Absolutely. You never know what someone is going through.
Exactly. Even one coffee can carry warmth, not just heat, but heart.
That's a quote right there. Not just heat, but heart.
You can put it on a coffee cup.
You know what's funny? When people try to sound fancy when ordering, like they've trained for it.
Oh, yes. Hi, I'll have a double shot half foam almond milk caramel drizzle latte with extra whip.
Exactly. And the poor barista just nods like, got it?
I can't do that. I'd lose my breath halfway through.
Me too. I like to keep it simple. Coffee should be about comfort, not confusion.
Well said. Maybe we should call this episode Coffee Without Complication.
Perfect title.
You know what's else is nice about cafes? The little moments of quiet, even when the place is busy.
That's true. There's always a soft rhythm, The espresso machine, the chatter, the music.
It feels like life breathing.
Yeah, like a heartbeat of the city.
That's beautiful. A cafe is like a small world, full of tiny stories happening at once.
And every cup of coffee is part of someone's story.
What about cafe manners? Do you think it's important?
Definitely. Saying please, thank you, and have a nice day can make the place feel warmer.
Yes. Politeness makes communication smoother, even if your English isn't perfect.
Exactly. You can forget a word, but not your smile.
And if you make a mistake, laugh about it. People love honesty and good humor.
Yes. Once I said, have a nice coffee instead of have a nice day. The barista just laughed.
That's adorable. It probably made her day.
I hope so. We both laughed and I walked out smiling.
That's what I love about small talk. It connects people, even for a few seconds.
And that's real English, isn't it? Not grammar, not rules, just connection.
Exactly. Real English lives in little everyday things, like, can I have this to go?
And then the tone, the smile, the kindness behind the words.
Yes, it's amazing how something so small can teach us so much.
So, listeners, next time you're at a cafe, try it. Order your drink with confidence.
Say, hi, can I have a coffee, please? Smile and maybe ask, how's your day going?
You might make someone's day or even a new friend.
That's the beauty of it. You practice English, but you also practice kindness.
And maybe one day you'll be the person who says, it's okay, I got it, to someone else.
That would be a beautiful full circle.
Speaking of circles, maybe we should order another round of coffee.
Yes, let's take a coffee break and come back for part 3. We'll talk about the feeling of being in a cafe and why it means more than just caffeine.
I can't wait. So, listeners, refill your cup and join us in part 3.
See you soon.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're somewhere cozy, maybe even sitting in your favorite cafe while listening.
If you are, take a deep breath, look around, and enjoy that moment. This part is all about the feeling of being in a cafe.
Ah, yes. That special feeling. The smell of coffee, the quiet music, the sound of the espresso machine.
It's funny how a cafe can feel peaceful even when it's full of people.
Yes, like everyone is together, but still in their own little world.
That's true. It's like a soft bubble of calm in a busy city.
Mark, do you have a favorite kind of cafe? Big and modern, or small and quiet?
I prefer small and quiet ones. The kind with old wooden chairs and maybe a few books on the shelves.
Same here. I like when the barista knows your name, or at least your favorite drink.
Yes, that small connection feels warm, like being recognized without needing to say much.
It's like a second home, isn't it?
Exactly. A place where you can be yourself. No rush, no pressure, just coffee, time, and peace.
There's something magical about rainy days in a cafe.
Oh, yes, absolutely. The sound of raindrops outside, warm air inside, that's my favorite kind of day.
Sometimes I sit by the window and watch people walking with umbrellas. Everything feels slower.
It's like time pauses. You hear the rain, the quiet chatter, maybe a soft song playing.
Yes. And that first sip of coffee? Warm, sweet, and comforting.
You make it sound like poetry, Emily.
Maybe cafes bring out the poet in all of us.
Do you ever write or draw in cafes?
I do. I like to write small notes or stories. I feel more creative there.
I get that. I sometimes bring my laptop, but half the time I just sit and think.
Same. I tell myself I'll work, but then I end up daydreaming.
Or people watching. That's my favorite.
Oh, yes. People watching. Every table tells a story.
Like, what kind of stories?
Like the couple on a first date. They're nervous, laughing softly, or the student studying hard with a giant coffee beside them.
Or that one person who looks deep in thought, like they're writing a novel?
Exactly. Sometimes I imagine their stories in my head. It's fun and relaxing.
You know, a cafe is a bit like a train station. People come and go, but for a short time, their paths cross.
That's such a beautiful way to say it.
It's true. You might sit next to someone for 10 minutes and never see them again, but still share a moment of calm.
Yes, like a quiet friendship that lasts only one coffee long.
That's a perfect line, Emily. A friendship that lasts one coffee long.
You can write that in your next song.
Maybe I will.
You know, I remember once I was in a cafe in Paris. It was raining, and an older lady sat near me. She smiled and said something in French. I didn't understand much, but I smiled back.
What happened next?
She pointed at the rain and said something like, La pluie est belle. The rain is beautiful. I nodded. We didn't talk more, but it felt human.
That's lovely. Sometimes you don't need many words to feel connected.
Exactly. A smile, a gesture, a shared moment, that's communication too.
That's the kind of English I love. Not the perfect grammar, but the perfect feeling.
Me too.
Do you have a cafe memory that made you emotional?
Yes. I once saw a man reading a letter, quietly crying. The barista noticed and brought him a cup of tea without saying anything.
Wow.
He looked up, smiled through tears, and whispered, Thank you. It was such a small act, but I could feel the kindness in that moment.
That's powerful. It shows how cafes can hold little pieces of human emotion. Sadness, joy, hope.
Yes, maybe that's why people love them. They're not just places for coffee, they're places for hearts.
You're right. Every cafe has its own soul.
Some feel cheerful and bright, some are quiet and dreamy.
And sometimes a cafe becomes a memory itself.
How so?
Like when you visit the same place years later and remember who you were then.
Oh, yes, that's true. You sit in the same chair, but life feels different now.
It's like time leaves a shadow there, your past self sipping coffee beside you.
That's beautiful, Mark. Maybe that's why we never really forget our favorite cafes.
I agree. And it's not always about coffee. Sometimes it's about comfort.
Or safety. A small corner of the world where you can breathe.
Or start again. Many writers, students, travelers, they all begin something new in cafes.
Yes, I think cafes give us courage to be quiet, to think, to dream.
That's deep, Emily.
Maybe the caffeine is working.
Or maybe we're just sentimental people with coffee.
You know what I like? Watching people say thank you to the barista. The small nods, the see you tomorrow, the smiles. They feel honest.
That's true. It's such a human rhythm. Greeting, thanking, leaving, returning.
It's like a heartbeat.
Yes. Even if you visit different cafes, the feeling stays the same.
Coffee changes, countries change, but kindness feels the same everywhere.
That's so true.
Mark,
Do you remember any funny moment from a cafe?
Oh, yes. Once I was working on my laptop and I accidentally spilled coffee, not on me, but on the chair next to me.
Oh no! Did anyone see?
Of course they saw. A little kid pointed and said, "He spilled it," loudly. The whole cafe laughed.
That's adorable. What did you do?
I laughed too, cleaned it up, and said, "I'll just call it modern art."
Perfect answer.
Since then, I always keep my coffee far away from my laptop.
A smart move. A lesson learned.
You know, all these little stories make me realize something.
What's that?
Softly, cafes are full of real life, little mistakes, laughter, kindness, reflection. That's why people love them.
Yes. And for language learners, it's the perfect place to practice English naturally.
Exactly. You don't need a classroom, just courage and curiosity.
And a coffee helps too.
Definitely. Coffee makes everything easier.
So maybe next time our listeners go to a cafe, they can try something small. Order confidently, say hello, ask, "How's your day?"
Yes, and just listen to the sounds, the rhythm, the flow of real English around them.
That's how learning becomes living.
Exactly. It's not just about words, it's about moments.
And cafes are full of those.
I think that's a beautiful note to pause on.
Yes. Let's take a breath, maybe a sip, and move into our final part, where we'll talk about how cafes connect people and why they matter in our lives.
Sounds perfect. So, everyone, don't go anywhere. We'll be back after the break with our final cup of warmth and reflection.
See you in part 4.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're still with us, maybe with your coffee, tea, or hot chocolate.
Or maybe you're listening on your walk, thinking about the cafe you love most.
Either way, we're happy you're here. This part is about what cafes mean to us. Not just the drinks, but the people, the feelings, and the stories behind every cup.
I love that because sometimes a cafe feels like a small piece of your heart, a place you always come back to.
Yes, and sometimes it's where life happens quietly, where friendships begin, dreams grow, or memories are made without you even noticing.
Mark, if you could open your own cafe, what would it look like?
Oh, that's a fun question. Let's see. Mine would be small, maybe 10 tables, warm yellow lights, and soft music in the background.
Ooh, sounds cozy already.
I'd have wooden tables, books people can read, and maybe a small piano in the corner.
Oh, that's beautiful. Would you play the piano sometimes?
Maybe, but only early in the morning before anyone's there.
That's perfect. I can imagine it. You alone in the cafe, soft music, the smell of coffee.
And maybe a cat sleeping by the window. Every good cafe needs a cat.
Yes, a cafe cat. I'd visit every day.
What about you, Emily? What would your dream cafe be like?
I think mine would be near the sea. Big windows facing the water, lots of plants, and shelves of books people can borrow.
Oh, that sounds peaceful.
And maybe a little board where people can leave notes. Things like, "Have a great day," or "You're doing your best."
That's so you, Emily. Warm, kind, and thoughtful.
Maybe. But wouldn't it be wonderful if strangers could talk through little notes?
Absolutely. A wall of kindness, written in many languages.
Yes, because kindness is the best flavor,
even better than caramel or vanilla.
Spoken like a true cafe philosopher.
You know, Mark, when we talk about cafes, we're really talking about connection.
Yes, connection with ourselves, with others, with simple moments.
Exactly. Sometimes sitting quietly with a drink can teach you more about peace than a whole book.
True. The world outside can feel noisy, but inside a cafe, time slows down.
It's a safe space. You can laugh, think, dream, or just be.
And you don't even need to talk. Just existing there feels enough.
I love that. Existing there feels enough.
Do you ever watch people who sit alone in cafes? Some are reading, some are on their phones, some are just staring into space.
Yes, and sometimes they look peaceful, like they're enjoying their own company.
I think that's a beautiful thing, to feel okay being alone.
It is. And cafes are one of the few places where being alone doesn't feel lonely.
Maybe because everyone there is doing the same, sharing quiet moments together.
Yes, it's like a soft togetherness. No words, just presence.
You know, I once overheard an old couple at a cafe. They were talking about how they met 50 years ago in that same place.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They said they still come back every Sunday. Same table, same order. The barista already knows.
That's love and loyalty, both to each other and to their little cafe world.
It made me realize cafes aren't just shops, they're memory keepers.
That's such a lovely way to put it.
They hold people's laughter, secrets, dreams, like invisible stories in the air.
And every time you open the door, you add your own story to it.
You know what else I love about cafes? Watching different generations together. A grandmother with her grandchild, a young couple, a group of students.
Yes, it's like all ages and lives mix in one space. No rush, no rules.
I saw a little boy once sharing a muffin with his dad. He looked so proud, like he'd done something amazing.
A muffin hero.
Exactly. And his dad said, "You shared, buddy. That's what makes coffee time special."
Oh, a small moment, but full of love.
Yeah, that's what makes cafes magical.
You know, Mark, I think people go to cafes not only for caffeine, but for comfort.
I agree. It's like a quiet therapy session with foam on top.
Perfect description.
Thank you. I think everyone needs that little comfort space, a corner where they can feel calm.
Yes, even 5 minutes there can make your day softer.
Sometimes I go just to sit and think. No phone, no work, just breathing.
That's rare these days, just breathing.
I know. That's why cafes feel almost sacred.
Sacred, simple, and sweet.
Do you remember the first time someone invited you to a cafe just to talk? Not for work, not for studying, but just to talk.
Oh, yes. It was my first year in university. My friend said, "Let's grab coffee." I didn't realize it meant, "Let's hang out."
So you showed up with your notes?
I did. I thought we were studying, but we just talked for hours about life.
That's the power of coffee. It turns strangers into friends.
Yes. And now, every time someone says, "Let's grab coffee," I smile because I know it means connection.
Exactly. It's not about the drink, it's about the time.
You know, cafes also teach patience. Waiting for your coffee, waiting for your turn. It's a small lesson in slowing down.
Yes, and that moment when your name is called, latte for Emily, feels strangely happy.
It does. It's like being seen, even for a second.
I once heard someone say, coffee is the pause between chaos. I liked that.
That's beautiful. The pause between chaos. A quiet breath in a noisy world.
Exactly. And maybe that's why we love cafes so much. They remind us that calm still exists.
I couldn't agree more.
So, Emily, what's one thing you would tell our listeners to do next time they go to a cafe?
I'd say look around. Notice the colors, the sounds, the people. Take a deep breath and feel the moment.
That's beautiful advice.
And of course, order with confidence. Hi, can I have a latte, please?
Yes, smile, use your English proudly, and enjoy it.
Exactly. Every small conversation is a chance to grow.
And maybe, while you're there, share a little kindness too. A thank you, a compliment, a smile.
Yes, because you never know. That small moment might be the highlight of someone's day.
You know, Emily, talking about this makes me want to go to a cafe right now.
Me too. We've been imagining coffee for an hour.
And we still don't have any.
That's true. Maybe after this recording, we should go get one.
Definitely. We'll put our own lesson into practice.
Yes, 2 lattes, please.
For here, not to go.
Perfect.
Before we end, I just want to say thank you to everyone listening.
Yes, thank you. You're part of this cozy conversation, and we hope it makes your English and your day a little warmer.
Remember, learning doesn't have to be hard. It can be soft, slow, and beautiful, like a quiet coffee morning.
So next time you say, "Can I have a coffee, please?" remember you're not just ordering a drink, you're living English.
Beautifully said, Emily.
Thank you, Mark, and thank you, everyone.
Until next time, take care, stay warm, and maybe enjoy one last sip for us.
Bye for now.